Hello, vegans!
Bom dia! Hello, Mindfulness Project family. It is Advent calendar time. It is João time.
And Christian time.
Yeah, man.
And you know when we're together, it's chocolate time.
What are we going to do?
It's vegan, gluten-free brownies. It's for everybody.
Woo!
Everybody.
You need to try that, and it's very easy.
Simple, easy, fast, super amazing. You're just gonna love this stuff. Everything we need here is some good chocolate, some coconut oil, some sugar. I add some cashew nut nuts, but if you're allergic to nuts, just don't use it, I guess.
Also so healthy.
So to replace the eggs in this, we also use chia seeds or
Flax seeds?
flax seeds. This is why we're together. We complement each other, you know?
Well, we cannot live without each other anywhere.
Yeah. And for one egg, you use 1 spoon of flax seeds. So we use this instead of 2 eggs, 2 spoons of flax seeds. You get full spoons, you know? Don't be miserable. Just like full spoons. Just get a lot of it. Full spoons. And then you blended it dry. And then you add water. For each spoon you add 2 spoons of water. So it becomes this beautiful mixture. So this is the first thing we do, is blending this dry and then adding the water and letting it soak. Because it makes the mixture comes up, right?
Yeah.
I would use 50 grams of cashew nuts or another nuts that you rather. It's a bit sweet. It's a bit sweet.
It's not
You
the
know,
sugar,
like,
right?
yes, Christmas, you can do it, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Like, it's 200 grams of sugar. We use natural sugar or coconut sugar.
Yeah.
Because coconut sugar
Is the best fucking sugar in the world. It has a lower glycemic index than agave syrup or honey, so it goes much slower into your bloodstream, and they say even diabetic people can have that. So it's very good carbohydrates, it's really good for you, and it tastes like crazy. And you know, like in January maybe we make some little detox films for you, you know, after Christmas.
because I'm super detoxed right now.
Because we were going to eat a lot of this.
Yeah.
So, what do we do?
You look like a scientist talking about all this
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I have researched a lot
Oh, wow.
into these things.
I just
yeah.
cook. I just cook. I don't actually go that deep. And we have here 100 grams of cacao powder. I usually use 100% cacao powder. It's a bit processed, but it's healthy and it's really bitter because I like this bitterness of life, you know.
And do you know that chocolate has actually so much more antioxidants than tomatoes and all this kind of stuff. So this is actually, if you take that away, this is really healthy for you. This is fantastic for your health.
Yeah. So we also add the coconut oil. And the thing with the coconut oil is again about intuition. Because what you need to do is adding it until it becomes liquid and becomes this very dark mixture. And then we also add a little bit of baking powder. Is also like 1/4 of the spoon. And we're gonna be perfect in that. So the first steps on this, you wanna be
Yes,
my
please.
helper right now?
Okay.
So the first thing we do is add the mixture of flax seeds and water. So we can add this. The important thing here is add this with the sugar, because this is the 2 first things that must be mixed together. So we add this.
And flax seeds are anyway the best thing you can use for vegan cooking. It can just replace so many things what you usually use, like eggs and all this kind of stuff, and it's really tasty. And also the oil in the flax seeds is one of the best oils you can get, and that's very healthy. Mahatma Gandhi was saying if you have flax seeds in your diet, you are healthy.
You can also add a little bit of water if you feel like, but I usually don't need to, because you see it's really mixing well. The sugar is actually melting into it, and that's what we want here. This is the texture we want here.
Wow.
See? Look at it is, buddy.
Oh, but this is perfect, man. You're a genius.
That's amazing.
You're a genius.
at least for me, cooking is about having fun and showing love to people, and there's no better way to show love with some chocolate. Everyone loves me afterward. So I think that's a beautiful texture. This is actually what you want. You see that it's very well mixed. So that's what we want. So I like to add in this part of the process some vanilla flavor. I like to add 1 cup of it. But the idea is, if you don't have it, you just don't use it. Don't worry about it. I also like to add a bit of my secret chili. So because it brings out the flavor of the chocolate. So I don't want that much because we are in Thailand, and I don't know if you know, chili is quite powerful.
Yeah.
So I just add a little bit of chili.
So more pepper.
So I will add a little bit of salt as well, just like this spicy thing. And now we're gonna do the secret for the chocolate. So the thing with this cacao powder is we usually use chocolate bar melted, but what happens is they mostly are not vegan. Like, it's really hard to find chocolate that are not vegan. And when you find, it's really expensive. So cacao powder is much cheaper, and coconut oil is also cheaper. So what I do here is mix both of them. Separate.
Nice.
So this is why you just have to go by intuition, because you need to mix that in a way that they become just one.
What I learned in cooking schools is usually if you have in one dish the whole variety of tastes, then it starts to become really great and tasty. So for example, here we have the chocolate, which has a bitter taste, then we add the salt, which gives the salty aspect of it, then we have the spicy aspect of it, and then we have the sweet aspect of it. So there are 4 different flavors which are going into one, and you just think, brownies, sweet, chocolate. But in reality, if you add these other components, that makes the whole thing, whatever you cook, really nice. And that's the general rule.
So you see that now it became one, and it's the mixture between the coconut oil and the cacao powder. So now the secret is mixing it. So now we add the little bit of
baking powder?
Yes.
Yeah, so that makes it rise and just become more fluffy, right? So that it gets this nice consistency you love from brownies so much. And then you go.
Just walk away. So at this point of the things, I like to add the nuts right now. So you add a little bit of nuts and you go mixing it. The last thing we add is 1/4 of a cup of cassava flour, because this gives the consistency that is chewy.
When people don't get cassava flour, what can they use?
They can use even rice flour because of the gluten-free, because we try to do this gluten-free.
Okay.
So it's not very liquid like a cake. It's more of a consistent and more dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's part of my job to make everything that I used to eat before tasty, sustainable, delicious, vegan, and gluten-free. I eat gluten, but some people can't because of the diets, and I want to make food for everybody. So that's what we try here in the Mindfulness Project. Include everybody, even when we eat. So I have a secret for putting in the oven. I use the coconut oil and the oven tray.
Yeah,
Man, my English is getting so good.
It's unbelievable. You know, when a German and a Brazilian are doing some English TV, it turns out perfect.
Yeah, I love our accent.
Yeah, exactly.
So the idea here is to not stick in the bottom. So we usually add butter, but vegan. So coconut oil is the best option. So our final secret into that, it's cacao powder in the bottom.
And that's amazing. You know, first time I tasted it, It's because you will have the cacao powder on the outside of the brownie, and it looks like it's made by like a cooking artist or something like this. So
it is made by a cooking artist. So to spread this out, you usually just go sides. Make sure that all the areas are covered by the. I can show you.
It looks so good.
I'm not keeping secret here. No. So now we just transfer the mixture to the oven tray. Go for it. You just go adding. It's very consistent. It's not liquid.
Okay.
Amazing. That's amazing.
And now spreading?
Spreading like spreading love, guys.
Spread love.
Oh, it's ready, guys. Now we just it doesn't take more than 10 minutes. That's the good part of it. You just put it in the oven and you observe it. Just stare at it. Just heat it with your eyes until it gets ready. So the secret of this, when you put it in the oven, it takes around 10 minutes. You put it in the maximum of your oven. So if it's 350 degrees, you put on the 350 degrees. It needs a very high heat, but not for long, because it cooks in the outside and then from the inside it still a bit moist. All right. So, and for check it, when you put it down, put it out there, and then you leave for the 10 minutes, you get a fork or something that you can stick. Baking time. Let's see if the brownie is ready. I got my chopstick. See, here in the borders, it's a bit dry, and in the middle, it's wet. It's perfect. Now we take it off, and we leave it to cool it down for a while. So the brownie is ready now. We can eat it, and you can use some banana ice cream or some fruits, or just eat the brown. It's amazing. You just need to cool it down a bit.
This brownie with fruits, and I like coconut ice cream. Oh my god, I can't wait to that this thing cools down. But we of course will share it, you know, because everything is about sharing, especially around Christmas. So try to think about somebody you know, who's maybe a little bit lonely, maybe could get a little bit of inspiration in the darker times of our year. And you know, like a lot of times it's great to just put things on the door of people and walk away. That's the best for your karma, that people even don't see that it comes from you, and that makes people just really happy and appreciative. You know, think about your colleagues and at work. You know, it's such a nice thing that we do a little bit of extra, a little bit of tiny gestures for other people, because that will also, you know, inspire other people around you to do the same thing. And in this way you just create an upward spiral of energy, of connection. And this is what we do in the Mindfulness Project. You know, like in our team, we try to always think how we can help each other, how we can make our time special, how we can support each other. And that's the most beautiful thing. And
yeah, sure.
What happens then, it's just love.
Thank you, Mindfulness family.
Thank you for supporting us, guys. Thank you for all your positive energy you bring to us, and we love you so much, and it is so much fun to give a little bit back to how much you help us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Burning. Damn it.